What's up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I am coming at you guys with um, Mimighoul. We got a Mimighoul deck profile. I am very excited to show off my Mimighoul deck because it's been a minute since I talked about Mimighoul or had anything Mimighoul related on the channel. And I cannot wait to do this video because it's updating my older deck profile for them, which I haven't touched in a while. And they did just recently get support thanks to Mimighoul Flower, who in OCG is called Mimighoul Rafflesia because of its artwork, and the OCG name is called Mimighoul Rafflesia as well. But I'm really excited about this archetype because I think this archetype had a lot of potential. Just sadly, Intercraft came into play a few months ago, and then on top of Intercraft, Shadal just got its TCG imported. So I mean, support from the OCG imported. So yeah, that is a thing. It is definitely a thing. So we're gonna go ahead and just go into the deck profile because I know that's what everybody is really here for. I'm running 3 copies of the Mimighoul Dragon with 3 copies of Archfiend, then 2 copies of Fairy, 2 copies of Slime, 2 copies of Flower, 1 Master, 1 Cerberus, 1 Armor, and then that's followed by 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Droll, and 1 D-Shifter. So that is it for the monsters. Then for the spells and traps, we're going to start off with the spells with 3 copies of Dungeon, 3 copies of Maker, 2 Charm, 1 Fork, then Call by, MST, Cross Out, Terra. And then for the traps are just simply 3 copies of Room and 3 copies of Imperm. And that's it. That is all the spells and traps. That is 40 cards in total for this deck. And then for the extra, 2 Giant Mimighoul, 2 Throne, 1 Utopia Future, 1 Utopia Draco Future, 1 Typhoon, and 1 Zeus. And then that is followed up by Gravity Controller, Link Kuriboh, Hita, Winnie, IP, SP, and Access Code Talker. And that's it. That is literally it for the deck. I really had to rush into this for a minute because I completely forgot that I had Mimighoul cards. And then what ended up happening was I was running through a video, and I ended up running into, I was like, oh, Mimighoul. I was like, oh, didn't I get some Mimighoul stuff? Like, didn't Mimighoul get an update? And they're like, oh yeah, Mimighoul did, and it was Flower. I'm sorry, in OCG they call this monster Rafflesia because it's the Rafflesia plant. In TCG they call it Flower. To more so of the Mimighoul gimmick is that these are monsters that get flipped face down, and then you can summon them, or you can summon into your opponent's side of the field, and then your card effects will flip them face up, so that the effects of what would happen to your opponent happens to you, and then all the self of the player effects when they're flipped happens to that person who has it, which most likely is your opponent. It will always be a negative thing if it's not something positive that you would like to happen. So it gives that whole thing there. I completely forgot about Mimighoul. I really did until I seen the video they passed through. And I was like, shit, I gotta do a video for that to update it. And I like this build. It's nothing wrong with it. I know there are additional cards people would like to add to it, or say I should add, like, what is it, the Treasure Panther that helps out with flip monsters and stuff, the Cashtira engine, randomness, and a couple of other things. And I just kept it as pure as I'm pure as mostly I could, because I just made a pure variant. I didn't make a Kashtira or, insert other archetypes here because I really didn't have a lot of those other cards. And plus, I don't have any of the Treasure Panther. I didn't even know that was a real card till I seen the deck profile and was like, what is Treasure Panther? I was like, is that a Mimighoul monster? Like, it doesn't say this card is shared as a Mimighoul monster. It looked like a Mimighoul monster. It could easily fit in Mimighoul. And if you are trying to play this deck, I do highly suggest the Treasure Panther. Because it does help out with it. I just didn't have any. I did not even think to go and run to find any. And maybe I'll purchase some, but for a deck that I mostly keep on the back burner, and I don't play too much around with, it probably will be something I'll pick up much, much later, but not right now. It's pretty cheap though, so it's just sitting there. Outside of that, really, I think if you want a deck that's just a little bit of funsies for your casual play, definitely try Mimighoul. It definitely gives a different spin on what flip effect monsters do. And if you can't afford in the craft, then this is also probably a cheap version to get too, because most of the cards in this deck are really cheap to get. Your extra deck should not be an issue, because everything in the extra deck that you've seen so far that I have, beside these are cheap, cheap because these have reprints. This is a reprint. This is a original, but it's in German. But there's a reprint, and then these are of course all things. I need to get more Link Kuriboh because I only have one Link Kuriboh, and I need to get another IP Masquerena. But I have reprinted this. Multiples of those. It's just really simple stuff you can easily pick up. And in case anybody's wondering, because these are cheap, these are definitely cheap. These are cheap because they have two prints, and both of the prints are cheap as hell. Like, all this is really easy to pick up stuff. If you want to play Mimighoul, you can easily go ahead pick it up as soon as possible if you like to. I don't think any new stuff is going to come out, and there's nothing that's going to be popping off for itself to get it, but you're definitely worth getting if need be. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck profile, you guys. I have other things to do, and I have to get ready for next month, because next month is July. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, as it helps out tremendously. Notification bell is right there, and you can hit that to be informed of when I upload more content to the channel. Socials are in the description box, and I will talk to you guys next time. HBJ signing out. Take care. Bye.